Hey, we're Alkaline Trio, and you're watching Rockstar Stories Chicago.
Hi, I'm Alex, and we're hanging out here in Chicago at the Metro with Alkaline Trio. For our fans that have been living under a rock, can you guys kind of introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
I'm Derek, I play drums.
I'm Matt. I play guitar.
And my name is Dan. I play bass guitar.
All right, so we're on the second date of the tour. You guys started off yesterday at this
Third
morning.
date.
Third date.
Tonight's number 3. Yeah,
How's it feel? How did it start out?
that's good. I think it's starting a tour. It always takes a little while to get your bearings, but the first couple were amazing, and I think as a band, the crowds have been great. I think we just kind of have to we get in our groove, and we found it, I think, pretty quick. So it's been awesome, and we're in our hometown tonight, so it's exciting.
Yeah, how does that feel? I mean, how do you feel that the fans differ in Chicago as in other parts? Do you guys have a better reception, or is it kind of just universal?
Well, I think everyone knows, everyone that comes to the shows here knows that this is where the band started and where the band comes from. This club, in particular, is kind of like a home for all of us. So I don't know if once the show is going on, if it's that much different, but it definitely feels nice. We walk around and we know everyone here. They're really nice to us. I see people waiting in line out front already, and they know us and we know them, and so it's very comforting in that regard.
Very nice. Now, are there any things that are different that fans can expect this time around on the tour? I know you guys do a lot of themes, like where you play CDs in entireties and stuff. Is there anything different this time around?
We're playing a lot of stuff that we haven't played in a long time. I mean, we're making a conscious effort to try and keep it fresh, for ourselves as well as the audience. So, but aside from that, we've never been a band to do anything that's too over the top, like theatrical or whatever. So, we try to put on the best show that we can and make sure that everyone has a good time.
So your most recent release was Agony and Irony. Can you guys give us a little behind the title, little meaning behind it?
Yeah, it was just sort of we had a running list of titles, and as the record came together, that was the one that sort of made the most sense. It was kind of a play off of Ebony and Ivory, the old song, and I just found out recently it's a lyric in some other band song that I wasn't aware of. But basically, it was the themes of a lot of the themes in the songs of the record have to deal with duality and light and dark. Hence the play on the Ebony and Ivory thing. So Agony and Irony.
Right. A lot of the music has evolved over the years. You guys had a bit of a darker side before. I mean, the contrast to the new CD is a little different. It's a little bit lighter, more upbeat. What's behind that? Are you guys in a better place now?
I think we've always been in a pretty good place. I mean, we've always felt really blessed to be doing what we're doing. But I think as people and as artists, I find kind of the dark side a bit more interesting to express than. We definitely have written a lot of love songs and a lot of happier, more lighthearted, or even like not necessarily jokey songs, but more like tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that there's definitely. I think the new record has some of the darkest material that we've written, but I think it's written from kind of a lighter perspective. I think we've a lot of time has passed since we started this band, so naturally perspectives are going to change a little bit. I think that darkness is still there, but I think there's certainly a lot more hope in this new record, in the songs.
Right on. Now, as far as back in March, there was something about a I Found a Way remix contest. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that? What was that all about?
Yeah, basically we just set something up where anybody could go and remix the song. We provided all the different parts that they could use to do a remix, and I think the intention is that at some point we'll pick a winner, or maybe the people who visit the website pick a winner. I don't know exactly how it works, but however a winner is determined, that'll happen, and then we'll probably end up doing something with that remix.
So, and you guys have been in all over the world, a bunch of different places over the years. A lot of times you guys go to the UK and stuff. What would you say is the difference between playing UK shows and shows in America? Is there a big difference?
The jet lag. I mean, we're so lucky to have. I mean, the first time we ever went to England, we had an amazing experience, and ever since then, it's been one of the best places that we go and play. So thank you for that, England. But it's from there. We're still trying to, kind of build it up in Europe and everything. We just went to Europe and the UK a couple months ago, and it went really well. It was fun, but yeah, I mean, as far as our shows, I mean, we pretty much try and do the same thing. Like, it's hard to get all of our gear over there and in that aspect, but we try and make sure it's the same show that we would do here in the States, so no one feels like slighted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And as far as your latest release, Agony and Irony, how did it feel not recording with Jerry Finn? How was that like? Was it a lot different, the writing process, or just the recording process in general?
Yeah, it was different. I mean, every producer and engineer, has their methods, and we just we wanted to try and do something different, and we did.
Very good, very good. Are there any new singles coming out anytime soon for Alkaline Trio?
I don't know. We recently the inner structure of Epic Records has just undergone a pretty serious change. So we're kind of in limbo right now as far as label-wise what's going to happen. So without a label, there's not really a single. We're talking about possibly doing a video, maybe releasing something on our own from Agony and Irony, trying to at least do something, that's for up on YouTube or something like that. But as far as like a real single push, I don't think that's going to happen again from this album, and we'll see. I mean, the way that the records are being done in singles and videos and all that is changing so quickly and drastically that we could say yes today, but it'll be different tomorrow. So right now there's no plans, but that's not to say it won't happen.
And you guys are very involved in other projects. Matt, you're involved in Heavens. Dan, you do solo shows. Is there anything else new going on for you guys as far as other than Alkaline Trio?
No.
You're just sticking to the rock with Alkaline Trio?
Yeah. We've got our we've been pretty busy with the band and with Alkaline Trio, so there hasn't been a whole lot of time to do other stuff. Dan's done a couple solo shows recently. I think we all do stuff on our own when we have time, but we concentrate on Alkaline Trio.
And now, as far as playing with Saves the Day, how did that kind of come about as far as planning the tour with Saves the Day?
We've known those guys for a long time, and we sort of, I guess, lost touch with them for a while, and then we ended up playing some festival shows with them in Australia, and I think that was really kind of what sparked the idea. Yeah. And thankfully, they were willing. I think they were going to go in the studio, and they were willing to push that back to be able to do the tour. So couldn't be happier to be on tour with the bands that we're on tour with right now.
And so you guys have a lot of metaphors in your songs. A lot of metaphors refer back to like flying and stuff of that nature. Where do those kind of inspire from?
I don't know. I'm probably doing a lot of flying. We spend a lot of time on airplanes, so that metaphor probably comes from that. But I think it's I think people that are great writers, stuff that we read or listen to, they create these metaphors that put the listener puts the listener in a certain place, and I think that we try and emulate the people that we look up to as writers, and understand that when somebody is listening to something, you want them to get the idea of where you're coming from. So airplanes and travel and things like that, or I think time and place and distance are things that people can often relate to, and I think something that metaphorically comes fairly easy to us.
And you guys also have a lot of metaphors of fear and things of that nature. Does that just all kind of tie in with the same thing?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's stuff that everybody can relate to on on a certain level. We all have, our own fears or our own, tragedies and comedies, and we look at things differently. But I think that relatively, people are generally the same. I think we all have different ways of expressing ourselves and different ways of seeing things, but there is a common bond between most people. I mean,